even though you are looking for a job, you cannot present yourself as a job seeker. Let's say it's a business center, let's say it's a small business. They are not looking for CVs. They are not looking for job seekers. If you present yourself as a job seeker, you don't get jobs because millions of people are going after jobs. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is you are listening to me from. Welcome to another episode of Young Folks Ask. And if this is the first time you are listening to me or hear me speak about this episode, well, it's just something that will bring to you every now and then, answering the most burning questions that Gen Zs have. And in case you're wondering, you probably even are a Gen Z or not, and you're wondering, this Gen Z that me too have been joining everybody to say, who are Gen Zs really? Well, Gen Zs are a generation of young people who are born roughly between the age 1997 and 2012. So if you are born between the age, I think 20, is it 20 or 2015? I'll find out. So born between the age 1997 and I think 2012 or 2015. You can check that out by yourself. So these are Gen Zs, and these people have questions they don't want to take to elders. They have questions they've asked Google. Google is not Googling. They've even asked ChatGPT. ChatGPT is not, it's trying, but it's not giving them a comprehensive answer like they would love. So I'm putting myself out there to do all the research for you. Number one, find out those burning questions that you have, and then I come in an episode like this and break it down for you. Break it down, into bits and pieces, give you wisdom through my teaching. Okay, so without further ado, and today I want to share so much in so little time. I don't want to waste your time. Usually I do this in less than 30 minutes, and what I have is almost double the time, but I'm going to squeeze everything in, and make sure you get the full value within 30 minutes. So without further ado, let's get into today's question. So young people ask, how do I get a job in 30 days? How do I get a job in 30 days? Gen Zs want things to go fast. They don't want to wait 6 months or 1 year or 3 years. How do I get a job in 30 days? Tell me. Okay, and I'm going to tell you. I'm going to show you how a practical way in which you can get a job in 30 days. So, number one, is it possible? Absolutely. People are getting jobs in 30 days. I've gotten a job in less than 30 days. I don't want to go into that story because it will take too much from the time for this broadcast, but I'm just going to show you how it is done. Okay, and if you do it every now and then, you will have results. So how do you get a job in 30 days? I'm going to give it to you straight up. What you need to do is, one, before you can even talk about getting a job, you must have a skill. You must have a skill that you have developed, that you have sharpened, that you have refined, that can solve real problems, not skills that can solve imaginary problems, skills that can really solve real problems. Let's say graphic design, let's say you can help people with the electrical or work, let's say plumbing, let's say, the normal stuff that the day-to-day needs of people that they require someone skilled at it. So if you have one of those skills, the next step is going to be to curate, like look around you. Don't even go too far. Look around you and try to identify a problem. So you look around and you're like, okay, what problem do my community, let's say you're staying in an estate or you're staying in an environment where a lot of people have stayed, or even more beautiful if you're on campus, just look around you. What problems do people have? Everybody's just going fast. Want to get to work, want to get to school, want to get to classroom. But you be slower and just look around you. Look at everybody, look at your community, and try to identify a problem, a need, a gap. Once you find out this gap, see whether this gap is something you can do. Does it align with this skill or skill set that you have? So if you identify a gap and your skill set can fit into that, it can fix that gap, then you're in business. So the next thing you now need to do after that is not to go and send your CV in. Don't send your CVs. Let's say it's a business center. Let's say it's a small business. Let's say they are not looking for CVs. They are looking for They're not looking for job seekers. Okay, people are not looking for. Even though you are looking for a job, you cannot present yourself as a job seeker. If you present yourself as a job seeker, you don't get jobs. have you have you seen this portion of scripture, the good book that says, those who are trying to save their life will lose it, and those who are trying to lose their life will gain it? It doesn't make sense, right? That's how it is also when it comes to getting a job. If you go after jobs, you won't get it, because millions of people are going after jobs. But if you go after solving people's problems, if you go after solving a business owner's problem, you get a job faster, because almost everybody is not doing that. Almost everybody is just throwing their CVs at businesses, solicited or unsolicited, and there's a lot of crowd in that space. So what you need to do is identify a gap in a business or in your environment. Find out that, is this a gap? Is this a need I can meet based on my skill set? If the answer is yes, then the next thing you need to go and do is approach that business and volunteer. Go to them and tell them that, I know you're not looking for a staff, I know you're not looking for an employee at this point, but I was just passing and I noticed XYZ. And I just noticed, for example, let's say you have an accounting skill. Let's say you have a skill, accounting, and there are so many awesome softwares you can use to do proper accounting for a business. Let's assume that you went to Coursera, or you went to Skill Up, or wherever you went to, or Skillbase, and then you're able to master the skill. You master the skill of how to help people with their accounting work. Now you approach a business and you tell them that, I would like to keep your books. What I mean by keep your books, like, I would like to help you every income flow as you're selling your goods or services. Let me help you compute. Let's take a deep dive into your business, and then I'm going to be able to help you work on your books and make them good. Who knows, you might be able to get a grant. Who knows, you'll be able to know whether you're really making profit or loss. Be able to separate business money from personal money. At the end of the month, you see everything clean and crispy, whether you're making money or you're losing money. And then you're like, no, don't need to pay me. I know you're a small business. You might be scared to. Let me do it for a month. Let me just come in every day, ask maybe 2-3 times a week. I come, I take your inventory, your sales for the week, and then I compute it. And after a month, I'll do a presentation to tell you the health status of your business. And then the person is like, you're not going to charge me for this? No, I will give you a free sample for a month. If you like it and you would like it to continue, then we can talk payment. If not, I move on. And you're not giving too much of your time. So maybe you're just doing 2 hours 3 times a week. Then that means you can approach like 5 different businesses within the same. Don't make it too far so that you don't spend so much on transport within the same street. Or imagine you go to a plaza. You can have so many businesses in one space. So you just go to this plaza and you're approaching businesses, making this kind of proposals to them. So now you get 5. Everybody likes free things. And then so they test you. I have nothing to lose, so let's see what it does. By the time you are done with these 5 companies over a 30-day period, giving them a sample of what you can do for them with their accounting. I'm just using accounting as an example. It can be anything, right? So at the end of the day, you will be surprised that all 5 of them will be trying to say, okay, let's negotiate. You see, this is my business, my brother, my sister. How much will they make? If I look at the analysis you brought before me now, you can see that it's not much of a profit, but I like this thing that you have, that they are doing. I don't have the time to do it. I would like you to continue doing it so that I can keeping track of the health of this business. My brother, can I pay you 50,000? I know it's small. Can I pay 50,000 per month for you to do this for me? So now, for a test, as the business grows, don't worry, I'll be increasing and you don't have to come every day. Just come down 2-3 times a week and just do it for me and give me a report at the end of the month. So 50,000 times 5 companies offering you, and some are even offering you 70,000 or 100,000 depending. And then at the end of the day, you can make a minimum of 250,000 per month, and you are not even fully employed. Like, you are working with 5 different brands, and little by little you are making money from all these 5. spreading your resources, spreading your wings, and guess what? You will get a job in 30 days. But all this talking will make no meaning if you do not practice them. If you do this within 30 days, because it takes 30 days for you to do a test run for them. In these 30 days, you are going to get a job. But the question is, will you do it? By the time, if you are listening to me right now and you practice exactly what I said, and within 30 days you get a job, please come back to the comment section and share your experience so others can believe it. One of the greatest problems that I found out with people is that even the most intelligent people don't succeed because they don't practicalize. Wisdom is, when you gain knowledge like this through a broadcast like this, is good, but what is best is when you apply the knowledge gained. This is a very simple practical step I've laid out to you. Why don't you just walk out tomorrow and go to a plaza and start talking to them? You'll be surprised. They are not advertising any job, but they definitely have a problem that you are able to solve. Don't come to them saying, employ me to do this. No, give them a 1 month. You've been at home 6 months, 7 months. Give them a 1 month trial and see whether they will not employ you. Especially, and remember, you must be skilled, very skilled at what you do. We are not saying you're a charlatan or you're mediocre. No, you need to really be good at what you do. You need to be really good at what you do. Once someone came to me, he told me, teach me copywriting. And as I was trying to tell him, the process for me to teach him, he immediately went on to say, okay, that especially the client acquisition part. And then I took a pause because I'm like, no, if you want to monetize copywriting and you are starting at client acquisition for what? For a skill you are still trying to learn? It's not gonna work. So it's like putting the cart before the horse. There's horse and then there's the cart or the carriage behind. This one, you're putting the cart and putting horse behind. It's not gonna work. So the skill first, and be very deep and be very sure about it first before you approach people. Because if you approach people and the opportunity comes and then you mess things up, and it's not just about even the skill, your character. You don't say that because this job is free for the first 30 days. You told them you're going to come 2 or 3 times a week, maybe Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. You come on Monday. By Wednesday, you're giving an excuse. But I have a lot to share. But I'm sure you understand. You have to be consistent. You have to do it because they're going to be checking. They are going to be like, is it for real? He came on Monday. He came on Wednesday. When they don't see you on Friday, aha, I said it. This guy is not serious. You understand? So because it's free does not mean that you should now be shabby about it. No, do it like you are being paid 1 million for it. And you will get a job within the 30 days that you are doing a trial run on that skill that you have identified a gap to fill. Okay, so having said that, that's about it, right? But I want to go deeper and tell you more. So what is the difference between a job and a dream job? Many people, even when they pray or when they are discussing with colleagues or when they are sharing their desires, they talk about dream job, without knowing that most times a job, the normal job, a job can often lead to or prepare you for your dream job. I'm looking left because I'm considering my outline to give you the key points and make sure I do not miss any part of this broadcast. Listen to this, write it down if you must. A job, normal job, regular job, a job can often lead to or prepare you for your dream job. So what is a job and what is a dream job? Let's take a look. Job versus dream job. Let's look at the key differences. First of all, let's consider purpose and passion. Number 1, a job. A job is primarily done for income. A job is just, okay, fine, I have a need, I need to pay my rent. Maybe you are married, I need to take care of my family, my wife and my kids. So I just need something that takes me out of the house every day so I can do stuff. And when I mean take me out every day, we are now in the era where you don't exactly have to go out. Maybe going out might be putting powering up your laptop, So when I say go out every day, it does not necessarily mean that you need to leave your house before you do job. You can do job. If I'm more of these jobs, I will even advise that you do jobs that you can do right in your house so that you don't have to spend money on transport or commute time. So a job is something you do primarily for income. and basic survival. So you start from survival. You don't start from your dream job. Let's say you are done with school and then, or done with your youth service. For Nigerians, you know what I'm talking about, and then you are trying to, get a job. Don't start from your dream job. Your dream job, most times, 90% of the time, will not come to your laps. You are going to grow into your dream job by doing the job available. So a job is primarily done for income and for survival, whereas a dream job aligns with one's passion and purpose, and is fulfilling and meaningful. So a dream job is something that aligns with your passion, aligns with your purpose, and is meaningful. It's something that you feel like you are a part of something big. Yeah. So in terms of engagement, a job may feel routine or monotonous. You are doing the same thing every time. You're not really deriving the most pleasure, but it's paying the bills, right? Whereas a dream job inspires high engagement. You feel like I said, you are part of something big, versus I'm just doing this for the money in a job. But in a dream job, I'm doing this, I'm part of something big. Maybe you are working for a startup, and what they are trying to, their mission and vision aligns with your own purpose, and you are trying to do the things that make it such a big deal. Let me give you a quick example, even though my time is running out fast. Somebody was asked, a bricklayer was asked, it was laying bricks, and then somebody came and asked him, I think the Pope came to ask him that, what are you doing today? And then the bricklayer says, oh, I'm just laying bricks. Listen to this very carefully. What are you doing today? Say, oh, sir, I'm just laying bricks. And then the Pope, imagine, was doing an excursion around the construction site. So he moves to the next person and saying, oh, John, oh, Joe, what are you doing today? This guy was also laying bricks, but you know what he said? He said, no, I'm helping to build a cathedral. Two people, two bricklayers, and see what they think they are doing. The first one is saying, oh, I'm just laying bricks. So he's just looking for, pay me for the day and then I move. I'm just a bricklayer. The second guy says, another bricklayer, same job, says, oh, I'm helping build a cathedral. So you can see that a job, same job, to one person is just a job. To another person is a dream job. Oh, I'm helping build a cathedral. The person who thinks that is building a cathedral will give more passion, more dedication, more this thing, that within a very short time he will become the foreman. He will become the head of that whatever, because he doesn't see himself laying bricks. He sees himself building a cathedral. So I'm saying this to say that a job that you think is just for survival, you can actually look at it beyond that, and then it becomes a dream job in your hands. The same job. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now we have, third one is skill utilization. Job, you in a job, you utilize existing skills but may not challenge or grow them significantly. So you already have a skill set, and somebody just says, oh, can you help me design this? Let me just design it. So a graphic designer, for example, can say, okay, what are you doing? I'm designing a logo. And then they ask another designer, what are you doing? Oh, I'm helping with the branding of this startup. I just saying different. One is saying I'm designing a logo. In fact, back then I started a business I started an academy called F-Cube Academy, and there was this guest lecturer who brought in to teach the students, and this guy I think by that time he had made like 30-something million naira. Yeah, about 30-something million naira on Fiverr alone. And when I asked him what is the secret, before I brought him on to encourage and to teach and encourage my students, I said, what is the secret to building such a career designing logos in such a way that now you have been able to make 32 million? And he said something along the lines of what I'm teaching you this today. He said that he started as a logo designer, but with time it was like, I need to evolve from just designing logos. So he would get $5 gig, $5 gigs, $5, $10, $15, $20, until the day he woke up and said, no, I don't want to be a logo designer. I want to be a brand. I want to be like a brand ambassador. I want to be like a brand creative. So he reimagined himself. He reinvented himself and started, instead of saying I can design a logo on Fiverr, he now says, no, I can I can create all your branding elements and create a global brand for you, for your startup. And so people started, instead of clients started giving him a full portfolio of jobs. Are you saying how he got there? Instead of giving me a full portfolio of jobs where they are saying, okay, fine, we are giving you this asset, task to build our branding asset. So design the logo, design the letterhead, design the envelope, design this, design that. By the time we design our banner for social media, design our whatever. By the time it finishes with one client, usually one client gives him $5-10 to design a logo. But by the time it's done with one client now doing their or working on their branding element, they pay him up to $100-150. So imagine from 5 to 10, he moved to 100 to 150. That's a 10x growth because he changed his mindset from a logo designer to a branding executive, to a branding consultant. I just hope somebody listening to me will take wisdom for what I'm sharing. My time is fast spent, but I'm taking my time to, especially the area I want you to get. That same logo design that you're designing, you can evolve and become a branding guy. That same copywriting that you're doing, or that same writing that you're doing, you can evolve and become a marketing, you can become a digital marketer. And then you make much more than just, he's just a writer. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there's just a whole lot for me to talk about, but because of time, I'll just talk about maybe 2 points and then jump into bring it to a close, because I also want you to get something very important from the closing part. So let's talk about financial career goals. Let's talk about the difference between a job and a dream job in terms of your career goals. For a job is a stepping stone or necessity that contributes to career stability. In fact, I say it in your face that a job can lead to or prepare you for your dream job. And let me give you a quick story, because of time. This is it this year now? Yeah, this year I got a gig. A brand hired me to help them with their blog posts. They hired me to help them with that. So they had a number of blog posts I was supposed to work on, for the month. And then we agreed on a price per post, and I took it joyfully and I started doing it. To me, it was a job because the brand, there were so many issues about the brand. Number one, the culture. I didn't like the culture, the work culture, right? I didn't like, there's so many things I didn't like about the brand, but I took it because I was like, okay, this will pay the bills, right? So and despite the fact that I felt it would take it to pay the bills, I still gave it my best. And that's something with me. Anything I'm doing, I give it my best. So I will research, I will do a lot of stuff. So, but the more I wrote, I wrote copy for blog copy for this brand, the more dissatisfied they were. The more I tried to do, there was nothing I do that could please them. So I was so frustrated. I was like, man, I've been in this game since I've been in this writing game for the past 10 years, right? So how can this brand, they're not even a big brand, they're just a small boutique agency. So how can I be giving so much to these guys? I was giving even 10-20% to bigger brands, and they were appreciating me and even giving me tips. This one now, this small boutique, I'm giving my best and all to them, and it keeps looking like I don't know what I'm doing. They would, every line they would say, no, do it this way, do it that way, and all that, until it got to a halt when they said, okay, you know what, we can no longer continue with you again. I was so frustrated. In fact, it affected my psychology. I was like, I'm talking this year, right? This somebody that's been writing for 10 years. This somebody that has been on Fiverr, Upwork, making some crazy whatever. But these people wanted to make me have imposter syndrome. I started thinking is it that I was just lucky these 10 years? Okay, no, let's not say 10 years. Let's say from 20, I started earning with my writing craft well in 2018. I started on Fiverr. So I'm like, 2018 till now, that's 6 years. So are you saying all these 6 years that I've been earning well with my writing craft, getting reviews up and down, becoming a top-rated freelancer on Upwork, getting the best gigs you can ever imagine, was it all luck? This agency was making me think in this direction. Was this all luck? Because these guys, there's nothing I did that looked like, it made any sense to them. So after about like 3 months working for them, they were like, you know what, we are just going to, we are sorry, we are going to let you go. I was down. My wife was like, GR, I know you now. I know what you are capable of. It's not even about what you tell me, it's about what I have seen. This writing has paid our bills for the past 8 years. No, 2018 has paid our bills for the past 6 years. You've I don't want to mention, I don't want to blow my trumpet. You've done so much. You've traveled abroad with this same the process from this skill. You've traveled to some countries. The process of this skills, you bought cars. The process of these skills, you've spent you've spent good quality time in the best hotels. You've taken care of the family. What have you not done? So she was trying to encourage me, but I was not having it. I was like, if I cannot please these people, maybe all these other people and all these other monies I got, income I got, maybe it was just luck. But I prayed about it and I was like, God, this one now that they are letting me go, so what next now? How do I take care of my family? How do I do this? We had some savings, but it was depleting fast. And what happened? I got this job after. So I think maybe like just a month after this one, I got this job. And guess what happened? It was the same. It's funny. It looks even unbelievable. It was the same kind of task. Help us with our blog, do SEO, blog copyright. It was a mixture of copywriting and SEO. And they gave me the same task, almost the same thing. And then I was even skeptical that this company, are they going to like this work? Because this last guy did not like it too. So after I had written like 5 blog posts for them, so the chief marketing officer sends me a message through the platform we use, something similar to Slack. He sent me a message and it's like, I love your work that you do. You write well, you write fast, and you just get us. In fact, we're going to give you a raise. I had to call my wife and say, come and see, I'm dreaming. The amount they were even paying me was like times 3, times 4. What am I saying? Which times 3? Yes, was about times 3 what this former brand was paying me. Then within just 6 weeks, they gave me a raise and they gave me more task. What am I trying to tell you guys? I'm trying to tell you that at the end of the day, a regular job where I was frustrated, was paying the bills, but sweat and blood, it moved me to my dream job now. And this dream job, I'm less stressed, I get paid more, my boss is just the best boss in the world. And then to cap everything up, this startup, they are doing something that is at the heart of what I want to do. So am I a tech copywriter for this SaaS company, that's software as a service company? No, I'm not a tech copywriter, even though on LinkedIn or wherever I can tell you I'm a tech copywriter. But I am building, we are building because if I say more, you might guess the brand. So we are building something that can help people live a better, happier life. So I don't see myself as a tech copywriter in this company. I see myself as being part of building a better life. People can have a better life because of this technology that we are bringing into the market. Can you see the difference now? So enough said, and my time is so fast spent. So at this point, I am just going to go straight to the Bible reference. Colossians 3:23-24 to protest my point. It says what? Colossians 3:23-24 NIV says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving. What does this say? How do I interpret this in light of today's topic? Even if it is Gary you are frying, fry this Gary so well. Be the best Gary fryer. And how do you be the best Gary fryer? Think of it that no, it's not this boss that is paying me 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 I'm working for. I'm working for God. How would you fry this Gary to please God? Do it like you're doing it to your God. So you will give in your best, you will research, you will do the best you can, even for low pay. And at the end of the day, you just find out that this regular job can just leads to or prepare you to your dream job. Do you understand what I'm saying? I've said it all. So over to you guys. Here I have an assignment for you. Come to the comment section and ask a question we can feature in a future Young Folks Ask session. The best question wins a surprise gift as usual. Then if you learned a lot from all of this, because we've come to the end of this broadcast, imagine what you will get out of the Grain Mentorship School that is coming up December 31st. It's going to premiere December 31st, which coincides with my 40th birthday. And what do I say at the end of this program? Subscribe, share, and come to the comment section. See you in green area. Jesus loves you.